I think you saw great energy out there. I think we've, obviously had an influx of new talent, and I'm really optimistic about this year. And I think you can feel that atmosphere here in the gym.
You guys had an expensive summer. Was there any apprehension about sort of all the contracts that were handed out on your end?
Well, Neil and I go over all those things closely. I think, one of the big decisions when we discussed, signing Evan, and that worked out, and then, to get Myers and Mo back. It was all, they were all very deliberate decisions. We evaluated, and the financial consequences are significant, but that's because, we believe in this group of guys, and they showed what they could do last year.
What do you like about this roster?
Well, I think we have the potential to be an extremely good passing team, and that's what Evan can help bring to our roster to help out CJ and Dame with the ball handling. So, passing, shooting, we're pretty darn good at those in those areas. So, I think that's going to be one of our hallmarks, and I think we're athletic enough that we can run more. And I think that's going to be something you'll hopefully see more of this year too.
What are your expectations for the team this season?
I always try not to make, as you know, I think if we've been doing this for a while, I don't make particular predictions on the number of win-loss, but I think we have a chance to be better, significantly better than last year. And I think everybody was really encouraged to see how the team came together last year. How well the coaching meshed with the talent, and the guys that Neil brought in, I think exceeded everybody's expectations. So that was a very encouraging year last year, and hopefully we'll build on that.
How would you describe how the business side of the Blazers is going?
Good. We had a very good year last year. Obviously, we're increasing our payroll, but all the media numbers and everything go up every year too. So. We're going to be spending more this year, but we think it's justified.
Can you talk about the job that Coach Stotts has done with this group and your decision, to give him the extension this summer?
No, I think he's done an excellent job, and I think it's pretty unique to see a coach adjust to the talent he has and maximize the abilities of the players he has and help them keep growing. You have to realize we're a very, very young team. I was kidding Neil earlier. I said, well, there's other teams that seem to try to perfect the art of using older players to their maximum, whereas our approach is to bring in young talent, in some cases unproven talent, and try to take that talent to another level. And I think you saw that in terms of player development last year. So both in terms of development and execution, obviously, our making it out of the first round last year and giving Golden State a real run for their money, that was all extremely encouraging.
When you talk about this being a young squad, what was the most encouraging thing you saw in practice today?
Well, I think just the energy, and then I think the emphasis. I don't know if you guys could see it out there, like sitting next to obviously Neil or Bill Branch, anybody. I mean, our ability to pass the ball and get guys open shots, use our athleticism to get to the rim, either by running or lobs or whatever. And those things I think you're gonna see more of that this year than you have.
What gives you optimism that when the CBA comes up and a new deal needs to be worked out, that the league can avoid the mess that it encountered last time?
Well, I think hopefully, I can't. As individual owners, we're not supposed to speak about CBA negotiations, so I'm not going to do that. I just would say that given the economics that are in play here, I think it's in everybody's, the players and the owners and everybody's best interest to work something out. So I'm optimistic.
Well, I think you would be kind of considered somewhat of a basketball purist, but also you're a businessman. Where do you fall on the spectrum of the patches on the uniforms next year?
No, I'm a member of the committee that reviewed those things and for the league, and so I think that additional revenue makes the league healthier. So the challenge for us, depending on the size of the market, is to sell those patches, to somebody that's going to also well represent the team and those sorts of things. I think you'll see that evolve over the next few years. You already see it in other sports, and whether it's soccer or other basketball in other places. So I think we'll all get very used to it quickly.
You don't think it'll be weird to see an ad on a Blazer jersey?
Well, it's definitely going to be a change, but again, I think additional revenues help teams, and so I think it's going to be we'll all get used to it in the end.
With the core intact, or a big chunk of the core intact through 2018-19, are you prepared to pay the luxury tax that would come with paying these salaries?
That darn luxury tax is pretty painful. You have to make those decisions. As you know, at one point I believe I had the record for the highest luxury tax payments, and that in the end that didn't make sense. So that's something we'll have to look at very carefully, and it'll be a very sometimes you can go into the tax for a year or something and then come out of it if it makes sense as you're transitioning through different player contracts. So it's something Neil and I will evaluate very carefully.